Well, the weekend at McNeese was actually pretty interesting. It was actually one of the best weather days we've had all year, so it was a lot of fun. It was definitely track weather. We had some good performances, solid performances. You know, Jonathan Reese, it was his first time back for the outdoor season, and you know, he ended up going 6'9" in the high jump. I think he's ranked second or third in the conference now. Zach Hicks ran really well in the 200 meters. He went 21-26, lifetime best for him. You know, so we had good performances across the board, and then we had solid ones. You know, I mean, I don't think anybody really went over there and just had a bad day. You know, so it's always fun to run close to home. It makes for a nice day where you don't have to get up early, you don't have to stay out late. So overall it was, you know, a really good competition for us. The whole reason we were there is that the conference meet will be there in about a month, and so we had the kids give an opportunity for them to kind of get used to the layout and the facilities and the surroundings, and you know, at the same time be home before dark. Well, today's their first day of competition. We've got quite a few of them going, and then we have a few going tomorrow as well. You know, for our distance kids, we've got some of the best distance kids around, and so for us to put them in competitive situations for them, we have to fly them out to California. And so for a lot of these guys, it's their shot at getting to the national meet. And I think we've got 6 kids out there this weekend, and you know, I bet you 4 or 5 of them have a shot at going to the national meet. So this is a big weekend for them. And at the same time, we've got another group going over to Rice and running. You know, we've got some jumpers going as well, but we've also got some of our key performers sitting out this weekend, giving them a rest. It's been a long year, been a long season. We're going to rest them this week a little bit, and then next week we'll be at Texas State, and we'll be, you know, last meet prior to the conference championship, so we'll be at full strength, seeing where we are exactly and where we measure up. Well, I think it's just like with any sport this time of the year, everybody's a little beat up. Just it's a long year for us. It's longer than most. I mean, these kids have been out here training since September, and here we are, you know, the end of April. Nobody really has that kind of a training season. We have 3 competitive seasons. So, you know, part of our job as coaches is to make sure we manage the risks associated with injuries very well. And so that's why we're sitting some of the kids out right now. But, you know, there's nobody that, you know, is really put on the shelf, so to speak, at this point. But, you know, there's very few that are 100% ready to go too. Yeah, there's mental fatigue with players and coaches and trainers, and it really is. And so you have to manage that when you look at your athletes. You have to realize that, like distance runners, they're in their 3rd competitive season. When you look at everybody else, they're in their 2nd competitive season, but they've been training since September. And so, you know, you steal a day here or there where you can maybe have a day off. You know, maybe you have a light session. You know, yesterday we had a morning session and they were off the rest of the day. We gave them today off. Tomorrow they have the morning off, and so they don't go till tomorrow afternoon. So, you know, from a technical standpoint, they'll have over 48 hours off, and so, but for them it's a breath of fresh air, and so you definitely have to manage the mental side of it as well. I think you have to fight the natural urge of the end of the academic year. Just like with a student in a class, it's the end of the academic year. You know, the sun is shining, the birds are flying, and flowers are blooming, and everybody goes, I want to be done. You know, and so we have to really stay with them and keep them motivated and keep them focused. Some of them, though, they're juniors and seniors, and they're ready to go. You know, and I think that's the case with most sports. You know, you got to really watch your young freshmen and sophomores. Juniors and seniors, you expect them to be ready to go at the drop of a hat.